Hello and welcome back to The Movies Made Us Do It. Me and Matt are back. How are you, Matt?
I am pretty good, sir. How are you?
I am well. We are today reviewing Transformers the movie.
Yeah, you got to get that the movie right in there.
Well, I think as time has gone on and shit shit Transformers films have come out, I find more and more how much I appreciate that they decided to put the movie as the name of this movie, because it's like no, it is the movie. There is no dispute. It is the movie. That's it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I appreciate that. I appreciate being able to talk about it and be like, yeah, Transformers the movie. And we're like, yeah. Which one?
Which one we're talking about?
The movie. The movie.
Yeah.
I wish now in hindsight all films that have been remade had done that, you know?
Yep.
If they'd made like RoboCop the movie, you're like, oh yeah, it's the movie though. There's only one.
Yeah, there should be reclassifications.
Yeah, we should go back and be like, yeah. Oh, that's a really good idea.
Especially when you've got movies that come out years later and just go, oh, we're just going to call it that. It's like, no, don't just call it the original name, you pricks. Put another
Ghostbusters
put
the movie. Yeah. Well, that's it, isn't it? I think we can all live with that, because that's what they actually, funny enough, talking about Ghostbusters, that's what they've done with 2016 now, isn't it? Because I saw it in a CEX or something recently, and they call it, it's on the box of the Blu-rays, like Ghostbusters Answer the Call or Hear the Call or something. So they have actually rebranded that as like its own thing rather than being just Ghostbusters, which is kind of interesting. Unless it was always called that, and I imagined that, but
I don't remember. I just remember hating that fucking movie.
I did watch. Did I watch all of it? I watched some of it, I think, and I thought it was insufferable.
Yeah.
So I did, you know, I think it's one of the, we're getting off topic. We're doing Transformers the movies today, guys. We're getting there in a second. I think they looked at the first Ghostbusters movie and they were like, oh my god, these fucking Saturday Night Live people are hilarious, and they ad-libbed the whole thing. Let's do that now with modern comedians. And it's like, no, don't do that.
No.
Don't do that now, because Ghostbusters was lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
You're not going to pull it off. And speaking of lightning in a bottle, there we go. We've transitioned back to Transformers the movie. Lightning in a bottle, 1986. 1986? Yes, it's the anniversary. That's why we're doing it. Well done, brain. When did you first see this? Did this destroy your childhood? Did you see this as a kid?
So
in the cinema?
I didn't see it in the cinema.
Okay, me either. Obviously,
I did see it as soon as it came out on video.
Were you crushed?
No, because by then we already knew.
Oh yeah, because the cartoon series continued on anyway, didn't it? Yeah.
So it came out months before in America anyway. So by the time it came to England, I think it was released. What was it? August in America and December over here. So by the time we got it, we already heard. Like, they've killed off Prime.
Yeah.
And, you know, and then some people that I knew had gone to see it when it did come out in the cinema, and, you know, we kind of knew. The thing is that I think when I did come around to actually seeing it on video, I don't think you're really prepared for it.
No, and I mean, when you hear the original plan they had, like, fuck me, if they had done that. Like, that would have been horrendous.
But the original ending was going to basically wipe out
a wall of death. Yeah, they were just going to run and just die.
Just kill everything.
Just gun down. Yeah. Which is amazing. They're like, we need new toys. And the thing is, it's funny because they do, and we'll talk about it as the movie goes on, but they do with Galvatron what you would assume they would do with Optimus in a modern movie, especially because this is a Marvel production. They would definitely do this in modern Marvel. It wouldn't be Optimus Prime is dead, here's the new Transformers. It would be Optimus Prime's got an upgrade, he looks different now. Which is kind of what they do with Megatron. I mean, he's Galvatron, but he's basically Megatron. And you'd think they'd do the same with Prime, but they're like, no, Prime's dead. And also, it's our new hero's fault. Deal with that.
That's all. See, I mean, again, we'll get there, but
let's get into it. Fuck it.
That's always been my dilemma with Hot Rod.
Yeah, he's a dick. But that's the whole point. You follow his journey to becoming the leader.
He's a dick that's also one of the coolest looking fucking Transformers ever made. Especially
when he's Rodimus Prime. Holy shit. He looks awesome.
I don't like the lorry version though.
Do you not like the van lorry thing?
No,
that he become a monstrosity he becomes.
He looks like a weird Winnebago, and that's never really.
It's the coolest Winnebago you've ever seen.
I mean, sports car, fucking amazing. Winnebago, not so much.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So let's get into it, shall we?
Yeah.
We start with mass annihilation. We start with these poor robot fucks on their pink planet, and Galvatron, the planet Galvatron, approaches ominously. The movie just opens with Galvatron.
Unicron.
Galvatron, sorry, Unicron. Fuck me. I've already fucked this up. We're 5 seconds in. Fucked it up already. With Unicron approaching the planet. Now, I have always thought, and this might be a controversial thing, maybe, I much prefer Unicron when he's just the planet. He's way creepier and scarier and cooler than when he becomes the robot. Because then it's like, oh, he's just a fucking big robot now. When he's the planet, it's like, that is terrifying. And it looks all like he's kind of organic in his mouth and stuff. It's like all weird and cool.
The thing is, though, I mean, that plus when you see his innards, the screens and it's
awesome.
That's you. But having said that, at the end, when we get the big battle scene, it does look fucking cool when he's towering over, But
I do love that planet eater design.
Yeah, it's fucking cool.
And these poor boys on their pink planet just get destroyed.
I mean, that's the thing that you I think as a kid you're not prepared for either. Is you see that they show you this planet, and sure, you don't know any of these people from Adam. They're just random robots. They all kind of look the same. They're all very generic.
Yeah, they're very generic. Yeah,
but there are like kids running around and stuff, and it's like it's a whole planet of like peaceful, loving, clearly scientists and things, and like. Pretty much, one shuttle gets away. One.
Well, one thing that I didn't even notice in all the times I've watched it until when I rewatched it, because I rewatched it with subtitles probably for the first time, and I noticed they swear in this movie, which I'd never noticed before. I'd never noticed the shit before, and I was like, wow.
Really?
I don't know how I never picked up on that before.
That was one of the big things for us. Spike's oh shit was like we rewound that to live.
I'd never picked up on that before, and I was like, oh my god, Spike swore. But anyway, the pink planet gets obliterated, and it's really cool because you've got the pincers that kind of grab the planet, and then the mouth starts munching it down, and it is kind of undercut by that comical crunchy noise, the eating noise, the chomp.
Yeah, that's the only thing in that part. When you get the crusher bit, it's like, oh, the noise is just slightly off. Because made it sound deeper or something, it would have been. But the fact that it sounds like somebody comedy eating crisps. It's like
it really does. Yeah, it sounds like Inspector Gadget or something all of a sudden.
Yes,
and you're like, really?
You get that. I love the Unicron's theme.
It's right. The music in this, I think this movie might be like 60 to 70% soundtrack because it's just amazing. I mean, after the planet, we get our faces melted by Lion's fucking cover of the Transformers theme, which is amazing. But even the scores, like you said, Unicron's theme is so good. And of course,
especially with that theme, it really adds to his menace.
It does that, I think, and the. I mean, coming from the cartoons to this movie, like, oh my god, the animation is amazing. Like, this is the animation that you saw in the Thundercats opening, and you're like, oh my god, this show's going to be amazing, and then you actually watch Thundercats, you're like, oh, it looks like fucking He-Man, great, you know, like, but the opening, they've basically got that here. It's like, oh,
you watch the original cartoon, and like,
I mean, it looked cool at the time, but this is night and day, you know.
But bits of Transformers will disappear, like, you know, while they're in conversations and stuff.
Yeah, and you
I distinctly remember one bit of one of the episodes. There's like somebody talking, and for a split second, his whole body disappears.
Yeah,
like, what just happened there? What?
And they always used to do the standard, which I find really endearing these days. But they always do the thing of like, oh, that piece of the scenery is a completely different color. That's going to fall down. You know, you'd like instantly be like, oh yeah, that rock's going to fall over. It's a completely different color.
One of my favorites was always with He-Man, with the when he was on Battle Cat and he'd be like going through a jungle, and he'd literally just get the same piece of jungle go by about 20 times.
yeah, just the scrolling jungle. Anyways, the distant future of 2005, and the Decepticons.
I forgot that there was a time jump between.
Yeah, because now it's all Autobot City and stuff, and Earth's like, the Autobots have like taken over the Earth or something. I always remember that episode when they shot the Autobots into the sun. Because the Decepticons, who were called Decepticons, they believed the Decepticons, and the Autobots are bad, so they're going to shoot them into the sun. And then you see this, and you're like, "Go on."
Well, I can say it is one of those times where you go, you know, maybe we should have called the bad guy something else. I mean, I don't know. Not make them so obviously evil.
It's like the Thor problem, isn't it? Like with the Thor movies, where they make a big point in the first Thor movie that they know of the mythology. So like, oh my god, he's claiming to be Thor from the myths, and you're like, so you know who Loki is then? Like, like, why are any of you trusting this man or listening to him or doing anything he says?
I mean, you could with that you can sort of go, oh well, they're just stories, so maybe
I guess
real. But you do sort of think, no, I don't think we should trust Loki. There's
I don't know. I don't
fucked up stories about Loki. Let's not.
I don't know about these Decepticons. And there's my favorite line from this entire movie. Is in a little bit when they're like, let's go to Lookout Mountain. It's like, I'm sure you can see much better from Lookout Mountain. I'm sure. Right. Anyway, 2005, Decepticons are winning the war. They're the Autobots are on the back foot.
Yeah, the Decepticons have completely taken over Cybertron.
Yeah, and Prime saying that they.
Another one of my favorite. But it's in the same sort of vein of what we've just been talking about. Is the Autobots are having from their secret bases in the two moons of I think
Cybertron.
While he's saying secret base, you've got Laserbeak just flying in and
just hanging around outside.
Not really secret, then, is it?
No. And you've got Ironhide saying, you know, I want to go and fuck up the Decepticons. But Prime's like, the Decepticons. But Prime tells him they don't have the Energon to launch a full-scale assault. So Spike's dad and Bumblebee are like talking it up big, and they're like, "Don't worry, don't worry, son. I'll be back after I."
Spike. It is Spike.
Oh no, who's his Chips? Daniel's the kid? I don't know. Whoever the fuck it is. He's like, I'm gonna go and we're gonna go and fuck up the Decepticons. Don't worry, we'll be back for breakfast. Laserbeak just chilling outside the whole time, does not get picked up at all by anything. Which makes you think, like, did the Decepticons just know they were on the moon the whole time? And they were like, well, if we leave them there, we could just keep an eye on them and we'll know what they're doing, you know?
I mean, it is one of those, like, where else are they going to go?
Yeah, that's true.
We've got a planet, where else are they going to go?
Yeah. So anyway, Laserbeak heads back to Megatron, and Megatron cannot pass up an opportunity to shit on Starscream. And he's like, oh, Laserbeak, my loyal friend. You know, he's so much more loyal than some of these dickheads.
He says, Laserbeak. He's basically says, I'm happy to see you. Unlike some of my other warriors, you never disappoint me.
Side-eyeing Starscream the whole time.
Yeah.
And of course they play back the message. Yeah.
There's a lot of character Transformers I love.
Me too.
Starscream is probably one of my favorites.
He's the coolest. He's got the coolest alternate form. The fighter jet is the coolest form you can have. Like, let's be honest, it's the coolest.
Yeah, he looks cool. Mean, he's funny, and he's an absolute prick, but I really love him.
I always loved the jets. Is it Thundercracker as well? The jets I always really liked. So anyway,
speaking of Thunder, so I went down so many rabbit holes looking up stuff for this, and I ended up watching all sorts of stuff about
the stolen designs and
Well, no, it's more to do with the different versions, the different iterations and things.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my favorite things that I found out was Thundercracker, in I think at least 2 versions, gave up being a Decepticon.
Yeah.
Because he likes watching television.
Okay.
He likes Christmas specials.
Sure.
He got himself a dog. And he writes like sitcoms and things.
I want to see that movie.
Yes, I do too.
That should have been Transformers the movie too.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's so cool. I did. Yeah. The thing about Thundercracker really made my day. I thought that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. And one of them's a stolen Macross toy, isn't it? They had to change the toy.
Was that Jetfire?
It was Jetfire, I think. Yeah. But yeah, good stuff.
Well, I think at one point they were planning on making him the next Prime.
I'm sure they were. Because again, this was always the problem with the Autobots in the show, which never made any real sense, is that none of them could fly. They were always like, we're all land vehicles, and only the bloody Decepticons can fly. And then later on, they were like, "Oh, just let them fly, sod it. Just have them fly anyway." Yeah. But of course, here we got the Dinobots that fly as well. But yeah, I always remember early on, it was like, oh yeah, we can't fly. They can fly, so they get away every time. And then later on in the show, they're like, "I'll just let them fly anyway. It's fine, whatever. They can all fly." So Laserbeak relays the attack plans, which leads to your first hint that this is not the movie you probably signed up for as a kid. When Megatron and the Decepticons assault the moon base, and just casually kill Ironhide, like almost incidentally kill him, like it doesn't make any difference. There's no fanfare. He just gets shot. And it's just like, he gets like one line. He's like, "Oh yeah, such heroic nonsense." Bang.
Die Autobots.
Yeah.
And then just completely fucking massacres them.
I think Ironhide gets out a no, and then Megatron says such heroic nonsense or something, and just blows him away. And you're like, oh, and then you're like, oh wow, he just totally fucked up that Autobot. And then about 5 seconds later, you're like, wait, that was Ironhide. That was like one of the main characters from the show, dead.
Yeah, and that is one of my favorite bits actually. Is when Iron, they gave their plans on that, and it was Starscream says that was too easy. He says, but we're never going to be too easy when we get to the Autobot space. And Megatron says, no, we're in their shuttle. They're not good. They're not going to know until it's too late.
Yeah. We're invading the shuttle.
Ironhide goes, and such heroic nonsense is fucking awesome because you get that shot.
Yeah,
looking up at Megatron with his that fucking blaster out. Just fucking he just took Ironhide's head off. There's no way Ironhide's getting up.
Yeah, and then so they take control of the shuttle.
When
it is, yeah.
Especially when you watch the cartoon, and you get
because Ironhide was the second in command. He was like literally the second dude.
But you also in the cartoon you get whole scenes where they're running, like Decepticons and Autobots are running towards each other. You get thousands of laser shots going off everywhere, and not one even remotely hits a target.
They're way more accurate in this movie, like they've been practicing. I guess they had it's 2005 now, you know. They've been practicing a long time at shooting. They're way better now.
They've sorted their optics out.
Yeah, they've had time. So they commandeer one of the Autobot shuttles. The plan being that they then can just assault places without the Autobots realizing until it's too late, effectively. So we then cut to Daniel, is it the kid? I forget the humans' names because I just don't care about them. I really struggle to care about the humans. I'm watching a show about Transformers. I don't care about these humans. It's like the kids in Defenders of the Earth. I just don't care.
Yeah. Oh god, the Defenders of the Earth.
I'm not here for you. I'm here for the robots. Yeah, exactly.
I remember I read the comics as a kid, and especially the UK ones, because the UK ones are really good.
Yeah,
and Spike was actually pretty good. I remember Spike being a good character in the comics and stuff.
Right. Oh well, that's something. I remember reading the G.I. Joe crossover comic they did. That was quite cool.
Yeah. Oh, dude, fucking the rabbit holes I went to. How many fucking crossovers Transformers have? Do you know they've had crossovers with Ghostbusters and My Little Pony?
I'm sure.
And it's like, wow, what? How does the My Little Pony one work? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, the G.I. Joe one I read was kind of cool. If I remember rightly, it's like during World War II or something, and they wake up the Autobots or something. It's pretty cool.
That one I don't
it's
think
like a cool story, but anywho, so that's the plan of the Decepticons is to attack using the Autobots' own ship as disguise. And we then cut to Hot Rod and Daniel are fishing. Daniel's bored of fishing. He's worried, obviously, about his dad. I love how fast he gets over his dad later. It's amazing.
Yeah.
He's like, a robot mech suit? Awesome!
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, that's just kids, though. So.
Yeah, it is. But his dad's missing at the time. It's like, your dad's probably dead. But anyway, they get a message while fishing that the shuttle's coming in. And of course, Daniel's excited. He's like, oh my god, the Autobots are coming. My favorite Ironhide is coming to see me. So he gets on his awesome surfboard, his hoverboard, which is Hot Rod colors, by the way, which I kind of appreciated.
I mean, it's just fucking cool. I mean,
it is
there
cool.
seemed to be
I mean, it looks pretty dangerous. It almost kills him. He does almost die. Hot Rod saves him.
There was definitely a thing in the 80s for hoverboards. There was.
Yeah.
We've never got our hoverboards, man.
If Hot Rod wasn't there, he would have ploughed into the side of that that mountain and just exploded
on that rock.
But anyway, Hot Rod saves him in time. They race up to Lookout Mountain because you can see a lot better from Lookout Mountain, believe it or not. On the way, we see Cup, don't we? Briefly, Cup complains that the impetuous child.
Cup, weirdly, I always thought Cup was voiced by oh god, now I'm gonna forget his fucking name. The old guy from Airwolf.
Ernest Borgnine.
Yes.
I can kind of see that actually. Now you've said it. Yeah, I can kind of hear that. Yeah.
I didn't realise it's Lionel. What's his bloody Lionel Standback? Is it? Lionel Stander, who was the voice. Oh, well, not the voice. He actually was. He was the butler in Heart to Heart. If you ever watched that series,
I did not.
But it was a big series with Stephanie Beacham and oh, now I forget his name, but
I know of it, but
it was a detective series in the 80s, and Max was their butler, and even you had a famous opening narration from Max telling you the story of the heart couple. And it was like, oh, okay, that just makes it cool for me. I like Cup.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I always felt like, you know, this, especially as you become, you know, an adult and you become a bit more jaded and cynical.
Yeah.
I look at Cup and I'm like, this was meant to be Ironhide, but you wanted a new toy, basically. Because he so could have been Ironhide the whole way through this movie. You're like, this could have just been Ironhide, but you had to have your new toy. And you had to kill my boy off in the first scenes.
Yeah.
But anyway, they get to Lookout Mountain, and of course Daniel looks through the telescope binocular thing on the side of Lookout Mountain and notices through the hole of the ship, because the hole's still there from when they blasted through, that there are Decepticons in the ship. So Hot Rod immediately starts blasting away. Cup complains and is like, what is this kid doing? But then the whole of Lookout Mountain explodes behind him as Decepticons come out. So I guess he's forgiven at that point. And
again, how cool is it that Hot Rod has fucking exhaust pipes on his arms that are guns?
I know. That is
so cool.
It is so cool. It's very Mask.
Yes. And of course,
super cool.
we should also point out Hot Rod being Judd Nelson.
Yes.
Which I've always had a soft spot for Judd Nelson.
Yeah, me too. So the battle commences, and of course, you know, Hot Rod catches up with Cup, and he's like, not bad for an old timer, and you know, you get a lot of old jokes. But you can tell that Cup has a love or an affinity for Hot Rod. He's very frustrated by him, but I think he can see greatness in him, basically.
Yeah.
You know.
It's the classic trope of the old guy. It's like a Western trope, isn't it? It's like the old guy and the young punk sort of thing, you know.
Yeah. But the city gets under full attack, and of course, Ultra Magnus, I guess, is in charge of the Moon City. No, he is the Earth City, isn't it? Yeah, sorry, they head to Earth, don't they? And of course that's the other thing I was going to say. It's Transformers the movie, so everything transforms in this movie.
Yeah.
Planets transform, cities transform. So of course Autobot City transforms, and it looks awesome. By the way, it just turns into a series of turrets and just starts blasting everything.
Well, again, the animation is fucking great for all the mechanical stuff,
it looks amazing. Yeah.
The movement is great.
Yeah, I mean, it looks so much better than the cartoon did. You know, it was such an upgrade. It's jarring how much better this looks.
Yes.
And it's great. It's almost a shame when you then go back to the series, which continues nicely on from this storyline, actually. But you don't have this same kind of quality, you know. It's like, it's such a shame because this looks so amazing.
I mean, they actually gave it a bit of money, so. I feel sorry for the animation house though, because while they were working on this, they were also working on episodes of the bloody cartoon as well. So those poor fuckers.
Yeah, they were busy.
Ass off.
Yeah. But in any case, Ultra Magnus tells them to transform Autobot City, and it of course does. And they put up all of their defenses, but the Insecticons get brought in to start eating away at the defenses. Of course, they had to lock Hot Rod and Cup out of the city, with Ultra Magnus saying they'll just have to, fend for themselves.
Sort themselves out.
And of course, we see the impetuous youth Hot Rod. Cup's like, oh my god, the Insecticons are in the way, and Hot Rod's like, no, they're our way in, and just drives over them. But you do get that great shot of Cup running over that Insecticon's head, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I love how I was going to say earlier as well, because we're coming up to the Blaster scene, because Blaster obviously contacts Optimus on Moonbase 1. And I just love in the previous scenes with Soundwave how when Laserbeak comes back, they're these like super technological creatures, but they're like, oh no, like Laserbeak can't say or do anything without turning into a tape and going into Soundwave. You're like, okay, cool. Yeah, it's cool. Soundwave, by the way, my favorite Decepticon. I think he's just
he's one of
so cool. Like, I mean, like, especially when you consider the tapes as well, which you have to do. He's just so goddamn cool. But anyway,
I mean, and it is Soundwave is cool, despite the fact that he's a boombox. He's a tape recorder. That's not the weirdest sort of thing to be. It's like, I turn into a car. I turn into an aeroplane. I turn into a boombox.
I always thought it was weird that Megatron turned into a gun. Like, I get it. It's dangerous. Weird. And obviously he was a toy before he was a cartoon, so it made, they had to kind of work backwards.
He turns into a gun, and he almost always is fired by Starscream, and you think, why would you hand yourself over to Starscream? He hates you.
I always thought in later shows when they made him into a tank, I was like, that's better. And at least here they turned him into a turret that can self-fire. You're like, cool, Galvatron can just fire himself. He doesn't need to be held by
Galvatron
someone.
had two modes, didn't he?
Yeah.
You could turn him into like a weird sort of, not so much a tank, more like a piece of artillery, I suppose.
Yeah, and then in later shows they made Megatron a tank in quite a few shows.
Which does make a lot more sense.
Yeah. I never liked the Transformers getting all tiny and stuff. I was always like, oh, that's kind of weird. I don't know why that bugs me, but it always used to bug me as a kid. But yeah, we get Soundwave's alternate on the Autobots teams. Blaster, is it? Or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Blaster.
And he tries to send the signal, but then of course Soundwave's like, I'm not having any of that, and he sends the his tapes to go in there.
I like it. You doing is jam the signal. Is like, they don't jam the signal. They just take out the.
They just rip the antenna. Yeah. But of course, Daniel sees just in time that Devastator is forming to attack the city, and so they start, trying to destroy Devastator. They do get a few good shots into him. At one point, I did think they were going to kill Devastator the first time I watched this, because they're like loading that artillery cannon and they hit him square in the back at one point. You're like, oh my god, is Devastator going to die? But no, he makes it. It's so cool though. This whole opening battle. It's like way more epic than anything we've seen in the show before. Like there's proper stakes. There's like loads of explosions, loads of gunfight. It's superb.
And I love that bit where Starscream's chasing them, and
he's chasing RC, isn't he?
Yeah, the ground is changing and moving around, and he gets his leg trapped, and he has to shoot his own foot to get out.
Yeah, which is great.
And you get these wonderful little scenes, like you've got Perceptor, watching them, with Blaster, and Blaster releases all his tapes. So you've got you've got his tapes fighting Soundwave's tapes, which is fucking awesome. And you get that that scene when they're moving the artillery, is it RC and Springer, and moving that artillery piece. And before they get it, RC's like dragging bodies around. You're like, who is that? Who is that? Jesus Christ, was that Wheeljack? Jesus Christ, they just killed off Wheeljack as well.
I forgot as well. They kill off Ratchet early on in just unnamed.
Oh yeah, Ratchet's
like,
in another one on the shuffle.
He's just like, they don't even mention him. He's just gone. He doesn't get any lines. Just dead.
Nope.
Like, oh god.
No. And I again, when I was looking things up, I completely forgotten how much Wheeljack was important as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And I didn't remember Wheeljack and Ratchet made the Dinobots.
Yeah, they did. They got bored one day and they were like, because you always think in your head, you're like, oh no, the Dinobots must have like woken up on Earth super early and just become dinosaurs and then got woken up later. No, there's an episode where they're like, well, we were bored and so we made these super robots. They're like, they've got learning disabilities and they're kind of stupid, but they're really tough. And like in their first episode, they're like in the first episode they're like, oh, you guys are weak. We're just going to join the Decepticons. Like, you guys suck. And then Optimus Prime has to fight him, I think. He has to fight Grimlock to prove that he's tough or something.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, they're bloody useful here because they
yes,
of course,
they
Prime lands. Prime lands and he's, lands the shuttle and he's like, hey, go and deal with Devastator. And Grimlock's like, oh, I like a challenge. They just go down and start beating on Devastator.
It does make you think though, also because you get Perceptor and Blaster are trying to get through to for the Mayday. They get the
message off. Yeah,
but you also sort of think, how far away is
2 seconds?
Because he turns up in Prime turns up, and you're like, what are they? As far away as the moon or something? How fucking far away is my brain can't find the planet. No.
The planet. This is the thing, right? So in the show, I always got the impression in the first episode that Cybertron was forever away. Away. I don't know. We're both having memory blanks today. We're getting old. It's fine.
Yeah.
It was like forever away and it took them for ages to get there, but now it's just instant. But I remember in the show they were making that gateway, weren't they? I can't remember what it was called, so maybe they used something similar, I don't know, but they get there super fast. I agree, they get there in like 10 seconds. But they arrive, of course. The Dinobots fight Devastator, as I said. And then, of course, we've already had Dare, which we should have mentioned. That's an amazing song.
Oh, yeah.
But now we get the touch. Like, probably the most iconic song from this whole movie. Yep. As Optimus transforms and rolls out. And it was, as a kid, like... Because you don't necessarily... Well, I didn't at the time necessarily know that he was about to die. So for me, it was just awesome, like Optimus is here to kick ass and he transforms and, and then you get the proper, the kind of stuff that your brain backfills. You fill in the gaps when you're a kid. But here you actually see it, he transforms, he jumps through the air and does the, transforming mid-air shooting and just like, that's awesome.
He actually gets jets firing to
it's so cool.
Up. For the transformation, and there was one thing that confused the hell out of me. Apparently, so when he's driving along and you get the reflection of one of the Decepticons in his grill, and then he smashes him.
Yeah.
Apparently, people thought that there was another Transformer living inside of Prime because of that.
Oh, really? No.
Yeah, it's like I've never heard that before, but apparently people did.
Only thing I was only ever I was always slightly confused as to whether the trailer was sentient. I was never quite sure about how the trailer.
I mean, the trailer just disappears.
Yeah, it just goes. We never know. But the toy, it kind of transforms and has stuff in it. So I was always like, oh, is the trailer sentient? I don't know.
It's basically like a little sort of miniature base, isn't it? Really?
It turns into like a little base thing.
I mean, that's the one thing that was actually quite cool about Ultra Magnus is that he changed in with the trailer.
Yeah,
and I think later versions of Prime do the same things.
Well, that was one of the reasons I always hated Ultra Magnus, is that his toy was just Optimus Prime painted white, the original toy. But as it went on, yeah, because he had a really cool trailer as well, Ultra Magnus.
Well, I think the original Prime toy, before he was Prime, because it's what is it? It's Takara, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, I don't know their original names.
I think there were actually two Japanese toy lines, I think, that became
they squashed
the
together.
American Transformers. Yeah. And I think the original Prime was blue.
Oh, right.
I think the original toy was blue, but I think the Americans made him red.
Right. But yeah, as was the thing at the time, just repaint it a different color.
Yeah,
different. It's a different Transformer. It's fine.
Yeah.
So Prime arrives, as we said, totally kicks ass. And he does all the hero flips, and he just like shoots about 5 Decepticons on his feet, just properly just blasting away. And again, like you said, in the show, this never happened. Like, they'd punch one in the face, maybe.
Yeah.
But here, Prime's just like, even Optimus Prime is blasted away.
Yeah, you might have one that gets injured, but
he'll like hop off or whatever.
It won't last very long, No, Ratchet will patch him up and he'll be fine.
There was the episode where they capture Prime and they dismantle him, and they make him into like CCTV cameras and stuff. Yeah. But again, at the end of the episode, they put him back together. He's fine. It's like, okay, no worries. Which begs a question in this movie, but we'll get to later when they rebuild Ultra Magnus. I'm like, why don't you just do that to Prime instead? But I guess it was too late for Prime. I don't know.
I'm guessing it's to do with the life spark. I'm guessing.
It must be.
Life spark hadn't gone away yet.
Well, he still had his color, which I'm assuming means there was still some hope.
Yeah.
But anyway,
and Prime gets that fucking line that one shall stand, one shall fall.
So iconic. And off they go. It's the fight you've kind of always wanted. Not the result you've always wanted, but it's the fight you've always wanted. Finally, they're properly going to go at it. It's not going to be, he runs away or whatever. It's like, no, they are properly fighting to the death. And even before Hot Rod gets involved, Prime gets like stabbed with that cutter.
Well, he gets shot
thing.
First. He gets shot, and then he gets the spike into it.
Mm-hmm.
And Megatron just keeps hitting him in the same spot.
I love when Megatron's like, he says something like, "I'm gonna rip out your optics." He's just like trying to reach to rip out his eyes. You're like, oh my god. Of course, Prime gets the upper hand because he is, the more capable fighter. And he's got Megatron dead to rights. Megatron's lost his gun. Prime's got his gun pointed at his head. And he pleads for mercy, does Megatron, as you would expect. That's a very Megatron thing to do.
Yeah.
And Hot Rod can see he's going for the gun.
Mm-hmm.
And so he wrestles. I guess on the one hand, he was trying to help. His heart was in the right place, but as Cap said before,
this is the dilemma with Hot Rod, isn't it? It's the dilemma with Hot Rod is, one, he looks fucking cool. Like, two, he's voiced by Judd Nelson, which is another bonus for him. But to be fair, he gets him killed. He gets Optimus killed.
Yeah, especially when you consider that not 2 scenes ago we saw that Hot Rod can shoot dual fucking cannons out of his arms. You're like, why don't you just shoot him in the back, you fool? You just go up and grab him instead. What are you doing? It's like, you could have just both blasted him away and it would have been fine. But he gets in the way, and of course Prime's not going to shoot Hot Rod or risk shooting Hot Rod. So Megatron shoots the crap out of him. I mean, he properly blasts him.
Yep.
To the point that you're like, oh my god, like that's going to take some repairing. Yep. And Megatron then has him banged to rights. He's about to shoot his head off. But Prime punches him. He does the double axe punch.
He does the Kirk punch.
He does the Kirk Gordon punch. And
punch.
He does the double Kirk punch, which, as we know, is the most devastating move a human
Absolutely.
being can inflict on a person.
Yeah, nothing beats the double Kirk punch.
No, that is a devastating move. And he knocks Megatron, who can fly, but we'll ignore that.
I mean, yeah. Let's just say
he's stunned. He's stunned.
Tired, he's damaged. It's fine.
He's damaged, and he falls from a great height and crashes to the floor. Very, very gravely injured. Not dead, but very injured. Optimus, however, is in a right state and collapses. Yeah. Of course, Hot Rod pleads for forgiveness. He says, Optimus, forgive me. I love it. I love
start go like.
Oh, I love Starscream. The best bit is when Starscream just walks up and kicks Megatron. Yes.
I know.
He's just like, you suck.
He says, how do you feel now, mighty Megatron?
Yeah. Such a dick. But you've got to love him, man. I do. Just gotta love him. He's so good.
Do you know what? It's kind of for a similar thing with the D&D cartoon.
Yeah.
I always loved. Is it Eric the Cavalier?
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. He's the funniest guy. He too is a cowardly dick. I mean, he's brave when he needs to be. He usually steps up eventually. But he was always my favorite. He was always my favorite of those kids. And he had similar traits to Starscream.
Yeah. But they go to leave. Starscream goes to leave, and they all start walking off. But Megatron pleads with Soundwave, who is a loyal soldier, that he's still, he's just like, help me, Soundwave, and Soundwave, of course, does help him and picks him up, and they board Astro Train and retreat. Everyone's happy. They're like, oh my god, Prime turned the tide, but Prime is, of course, gravely injured. And we then see him on his deathbed.
When you see when Soundwave is is walking off with Megatron. When is it Rum? It might be Rum. I forget which one of them it is. Rumble is walking along behind him carrying
the gun,
his blaster, which is a lovely little detail.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the kind of detail they never would have put in the original show. No. That gun would have disappeared and never been seen again. Yeah. But anyway, Optimus is on his deathbed. This is the scene that broke the hearts of many children. He tells them not to grieve, and that basically the Autobots will continue as long as the Allspark, which exists within the leader of the Autobots. I don't remember if this was a thing in the cartoon. Yeah, the Matrix. I don't remember whether that was a thing, right? Was that a thing in the cartoon?
No, it was.
So it was a thing.
Pretty much made.
Because I know it became a thing after this, didn't it? From this point on, it's canon. Mm-hmm. But he gives the Matrix.
When they were working on the storyline for this, it went through so many different fucking changes. They were, I think, they were changing bits and pieces on an almost daily basis. But I think there was ideas about Cybertron and the Matrix and stuff like that went on to, they used later in either the cartoon or in other versions of the Transformers.
So he gives the Matrix to Ultra Magnus, or tries to. The worst choice, but there we are. The worst choice in the room, but I love the foreshadowing as he goes to hand it over. He drops it, and his hot rod that picks it up, and it glows. It does the If he'd held it for a few more seconds, the touch would have started playing. It was that close to.
You do sort of think though, it's like, hey, did anybody else see that?
Yeah, it glowed way harder when I was holding it, man.
Yeah. Okay, so Ultra Magnus
is shit.
Right. I have more respect for him as I've got older.
Yeah, okay.
The thing
No,
about
I agree.
Ultraman,
In later, he became better later, but
yeah, and I think in the comics he was always cool. And the thing is about him is he's just as he says, he's just a soldier. He's not,
Mm,
you know, he was never cut out to be the leader that I think people wanted him to be.
no.
And I like what I don't know whether it was an animation glitch or whether it was planned that way, but I do love that bit where he puts the matrix in his chest, and then he has to he adjusts it
Yeah,
like
it's not quite right.
it doesn't quite fit, and I like that because it sort of, and I hope it was intentional and not
I
just a
feel
sort of
like with I
a
feel
little
like with the
animation.
budget of this movie and the quality of the animation that it was probably intentional.
Yeah,
If it was in the old show, I'd be like, it was probably just a glitch. They probably just fucked it up. But with this, like the animation quality is high, and I feel like it was intentional.
yeah, it certainly feels that way, and I do like that he has to sort of readjust it in his chest cavity,
Yeah,
and
but
yeah,
we
and you get
see,
that horrible moment where Prime,
yeah,
T'Challa just rains out of him. It's like, wow,
and then you get Daniel crying as well.
yeah,
It's all very sad.
it is sad, and it still makes me
It is
sort of,
sad. Yeah.
it's still lump in the throat sort of thing. After all these fucking years, it's still like, yeah, and even when you know it's coming, I mean, it's the same with fucking for me. It's the same with Spock.
Oh
You know
yeah.
Spock's gonna die every fucking time. It still doesn't stop me from fucking tearing up when he dies.
No, totally, totally.
And this genuinely was a big thing for kids in America when it first came out, because
Well, they never got over it. It was a big thing for the show. It was a massive problem for the show going
yeah,
forward until they were like, okay, we've brought him back.
yeah.
It's fine. We'll just bring him back.
Well,
There's no
the
fixing
thing
this.
is, the company didn't
Hmm.
know what they had.
No, clearly not.
They just thought it was a toy line. They didn't you know. And the writer Ron Friedman,
Hmm.
they gave him a list of Transformers to kill, and I think it would have been like you said, it was going to be really fucking devastating. They would have just
Yeah, it
cut
was
them
going to
all,
be like all of them dead. Yeah.
and they said, "Oh
They
yeah,
were
we're
going to like,
cutting off."
weren't they going to run a gauntlet or something and all
Yeah,
just get
something like that.
blown
Yeah.
away? Yeah.
They basically said, "Oh yeah, Optimus is kill off Optimus," and he was like, "No, we can't kill off Optimus. He's like, he's the daddy. You're killing off
Yeah.
daddy. You really don't want to do that." And they were
You
like, "No, no,
almost
no.
feel like
We want it
they would
done."
have been in that. You always feel like they would have been in that meeting and just been like, "No, can we just have him like gravely injured for most of the movie,
Yeah,
but ultimately
yeah,
recover?" Like, and then
yeah,
Hot Rod can prove himself, but Optimus is still alive, and they're like, "No, kill him.
yes,
He's dead."
yeah. And they got fucking. There was like they received letters
Mm.
and like kids like were crying leaving the cinemas. And apparently, I don't know whether this is true or not, but apparently one kid locked himself in his room for a week.
Oh my god, hunger
Yeah.
strike.
So I mean, whether that is a true story, I don't know, but I've heard a number of people repeat it. So it could be true. I don't know, but yeah, it was genuinely devastating for a lot of kids.
For a generation, I would say.
Yeah, and because I mean, there was nothing like that in
No,
Western.
and
You
and
know,
arguably the show never recovered. They had to bring him back in the end. They were just like,
yeah,
okay, like he's back. Like we can't.
yeah.
This was we
Well,
can't we can't correct this. He's just coming back. It's fine.
the funny thing is, as well, is the English, the UK release of the
Hmm.
movie. At the end of the UK release, it says Optimus will return. You will get the return of the greatest Autobot, Optimus
I
Prime.
guess by that point, maybe the show they knew already because they were that far ahead elsewhere.
Yeah. Plus, I think they didn't want a repeat of
Of the American kids crying. Yeah.
No, we're going to tell them straight up that
From
he's coming back.
memory they baited people as well because there is an episode where Optimus kind of half comes back and then dies in the same episode again and he's gone again.
Yeah, I think I remember
And then
that.
eventually they're like, oh no, now he's fully back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what a scene! I mean, that really was. Even for me, like, I mean, I didn't see it in the cinema, but I was like, oh my god, that was massive.
Yeah.
It's hard to put that into words. I can't even imagine seeing it as a kid in the cinema. That would have been even more incredible.
Especially if you didn't know.
That's what I mean.
If you were completely blind going in, it would have been. I mean, even the scene where they kill like you said, Ratchet and Ironhide in Shuttle is pretty. And Prowl. See, Transformers toys were fucking expensive. I didn't have that. As a kid, but I did have Prowl. I did have Prowl, and I had one of the I forget which Thrust or Dirge, or I had one of the jets. And that. I had a few of the tiny ones, the little ones, and stuff like that because they were cheaper.
Yeah,
but when Prowl gets shot, he gets like a close up of his face, and you get like smoke coming out of his mouth when he kills over, and like fucking hell.
Yeah,
you know, it's and like I said, there was nothing like that in kids' movies.
No,
the Japanese were always a lot more free with their murdering their people in their.
A lot more violent,
but not for like Western. You know, not for a Western audience. Or you didn't have that.
No. So anyway, we see briefly that Unicron is, I guess he's like briefly thrilled that Optimus is dead, and then immediately annoyed when he sees that the Matrix is past Ultra Magnus, because you just see him like, he like blows angry air out of his planet mouth. In fury.
Planet mouth.
I don't know what you would call it, but yeah. The planet.
Well, I mean, that's basically what it is.
Yeah. Well, Leonard Nimoy's in this. Maybe he could say the orifice over and over again, like he does in Star Trek: The Motion Picture. Anyway, the Decepticons have escaped into space.
Yep.
Where
what you're
for some what
we need to lose weight, or I'm not getting back to Cybertron.
Yes, this is I love the logic of this. You're in space.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now as an adult, I'm like, giving this film far too much credit. I'm like, did they just do this to be bastards and throw Megatron out? Is that the plan? Like, I don't know. But it does, in fairness, look like what's his name, Skytrain or whatever he's called.
Octrain, is it?
Yeah, I can't remember what his name is.
Astrotrain, for fuck's sake.
Astrotrain, yeah, which is one of the coolest things ever. It's just a flying train.
I mean, I love steam trains, so he's a fucking steam train and a space shuttle. What more could you possibly want?
He's like, and could fly in the atmosphere as well, so he could just be a plane as well. It's like, he's just amazing. But But anyway, they need to lose weight despite being in space, and so they all decide. Devastator says, "Hey, it should be survival of the fittest," and of course, Starscream's all about that.
Yeah.
And they throw all of them out except Megatron. They don't have the guts to throw Megatron. Starscream picks him up immediately, though.
Yeah.
And of course, he pleads. He says, I still function, but Starscream's like, not for long. Yeah, what a bet. That's right, yeah. And he throws him out, which is funny because Soundwave was all about saving Megatron earlier, and now he's just given up on the idea.
Yeah, but Soundwave is mostly loyal, but he still wants to be leader too.
Yeah, Constructicon's inferior, Soundwave superior.
Yeah. No, I like was it. He says, I love this. He says, one of the Constructicons says,
"It's an uncharismatic bore."
Uncharismatic bore like you. And I love, again, I think it's Rumble says, "Hey, no one calls Soundwave uncharismatic."
So good, and they all start having a big old rumble inside of the train, Astro Train. Meanwhile, the carcasses of the discarded Decepticons are found by Unicron. Megatron, of course, still functioning. Tries to kind of, well, he questions because he hears the voice, doesn't he? As Unicron approaches.
When he says, you get the awesome voice of
Orson Welles, man. Oh, so good. Apparently, he didn't know what the fuck this movie was about, but he did an amazing job anyway. Near death, he did an amazing job.
Apparently, he expressed his joy on set, but then in his diary, I think he wrote, "Did you know what I did today? Today I voiced a toy."
Yeah.
Apparently his voice was quite weak because he was very weak at the
time. I think the effect and stuff they've added to it just makes him sound amazing, though, you know?
Yeah.
It's still a great performance.
The thing, people sort of have this thing about the whole Orson Welles end, and it's like, okay, he had this amazing career.
Yeah, incredible.
He there was sort of loads of movies he never got off the ground because he could never fucking get the money for it. He was an amazing guy. He was an amazing raconteur and all that sort of stuff. And sure, at the end of his life, he was overweight and he was, you know, he was failing and all that sort of stuff. But and people are like, oh, he's so sad. It's like, dude, he had a fucking amazing life. He had like one of the most interesting lives of almost anybody on the planet that's ever lived. And you just want to be like, bring up how shit the end bit was. It's like, no, he was fucking awesome.
Yeah, he was amazing.
Yeah,
like, and I like, I don't know. I still think this is a great performance to go out on as well. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Orson Welles was incredible.
I mean, he made a movie that's like almost universally called the greatest movie ever made in Citizen Kane, and you think,
yeah,
if he'd just done that and nothing else,
yeah,
you know, job done.
Yeah, War of the Worlds. He did a bunch of stuff.
Wonderful,
incredible, and an incredible performance here, and we're about to get some Leonard Nimoy as well. So, Megatron.
Actually, Ultra Magnus voiced by Robert Stack, of course, which is also another. Robert Stack's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Megatron confronts as weakly as he can, tries to confront Unicron.
And I love the bit where he says, I have summoned you here, and Megatron says, no one summons Megatron, and Unicron says, then it pleases me to be the first.
Yeah, that's great.
Which I think is a great line.
And he tells him that, you know, he needs, basically he's like, the deal is I need you to destroy the Matrix, or to get the Matrix. And Megatron, I love Megatron says something like, oh, I beat the shit out of Optimus Prime, I killed him. And he's like, you exaggerate.
Yeah, I think like he says I crushed Prime with my bare hands.
That's right. And he's like, you exaggerate.
Says, you exaggerate.
And he says, no, well, the point is that he's dead. And Unicron's like, no, the point is that you're a fool. And he says, look, the matrix of leadership has passed. They still have a leader, because Megatron's like, they're leaderless. They've lost their power because they're leaderless. And he says, no, you know, it's been passed to Ultra Magnus. And Unicron says, well, I'm gonna, you know, I will provide you with a new body, and you will do my bidding. And of course, Megatron's like, I don't do the bidding of anyone. No one tells me what to do, you know. I belong to nobody. And so, of course, Unicron's like, oh, okay, I guess I misjudged you. Time to be eaten now. And he's like,
I can sign you to oblivion or something like that.
Yeah. And of course, Megatron quickly accepts the terms.
Yes.
Getting kind of reformatted into Galvatron. Voiced by Leonard Nimoy, at least for the movie. I think it goes back.
It goes back to Frank Welker.
His name? Frank Welker. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they must have been like, oh god, am I making it past this movie? Probably breathed a sigh of relief when he found out that Galvatron was gonna, because Starscream's dead then, He probably breathed a sigh of relief when he found out it was Leonard Nimoy. He said, "There's no way Nimoy's hanging around. I'd probably get him a job back after this."
Well, I mean, Welker voiced Soundwave, Frenzy, Rumble, Wheelie, Scrap Heap. I don't think he would have been a problem. He would have had work.
He would have had work, but it's much lesser roles,
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
But anyway, he gains his army. He gets the sweeps, and they're all very
Cyclonus and
Shogunite-ish.
Yeah, they look very Japanese.
Yeah.
Don't they?
It's a cool design. I love it.
They are cool designs, and I do like the ships that they turn into.
I was gonna say, I really like their mothership that they get. I think it looks really cool.
Yeah, it's a really cool design, isn't it? When he really does provide. I mean, he gives him a new army, a new body, and a fucking cool ship.
Yeah, it's awesome. Meanwhile, poor Starscream is getting coronated. He's finally made it. I love that Devastator won't. The Constructicons won't stop playing the fanfare, so he shoots their bugles or whatever. Love it. But just as he's crowned, of course, Galvatron arrives. And just I love Starscream. He's like, "Coronation, Starscream, is this a bad comedy?" And Starscream's like, "Megatron, is that you?" And Galvatron's like, "Here's a hint." It just turns into the gun.
Yeah.
Dead. Gone.
Again, though, it's a fucking devastating death because he completely disintegrates him. He is
and unlike Prime, he does not. I think he comes back as a ghost in like one episode, but he's gone.
Yeah.
That's it. No more. Yeah. Starscream is gone forever.
There's I'm sure I couldn't find it. I was looking it up, but I'm sure there's a cover to one of the British Transformers comics that has Starscream as like a zombie, like all falling apart.
Oh, right.
And I couldn't find it anywhere. And I might be misremembering it as Starscream. It might be another Transformer, but I remember that cover being fucking cool, and I'm sure it's Starscream, but I could be wrong because I couldn't find it.
It might be. Yeah, I'm not as versed in the comics as you are.
I mean, it's been a long time since I read the comics anyway, and I only read the early ones. I didn't read the later iterations because there were so many fucking iterations of some of the IDW stuff. Sounds amazing, especially the fucking the Shockwave stuff. Like some of the stuff they do with Shockwave is fucking brutal. He's like, there's like weird time travel shit, and him becoming one of the original Primes. There's some really interesting stuff they do with Shockwave.
Yeah. So of course, the Decepticons immediately are just like, yeah, okay. I think one of them's like, what's his name? What did he say his name was? And like Galvatron, they're like, okay, well, hell, Galvatron, you win. You're in charge now.
I mean, to be fair, he did just turn up and completely fucking disintegrate Starscream.
And he turns up in the coolest way possible. He's like, just lands in this, skids across the floor, and this jet jumps out and just blasts the leader into smoke in seconds.
And I love that you get the crown like tumbles to
crush the crown
down the stairs, and Galvatron just crushes it. Doesn't even bother like picking it up or anything. Just crushes it.
Yeah.
And I know that you can get a coronation Starscream with the cape and the crown.
Amazing. It's a cool look.
I kind of want that, even though it doesn't last very long. It's a fucking cool,
it's a very cool look
with him with the crown and the cape.
And it's such a Starscream thing for him to be like, no, I want a cape and a crown.
Yes, exactly.
Of course you do, Starscream. Of course you do.
Yeah. You want a crown and a cape, of course.
and you imagine that he probably had that made about 20 years ago. You know, just waiting for the day.
He's in a box somewhere. Yeah,
yeah. He's been waiting his whole life. Yeah.
It was probably wrapped in the cape, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. Like, oh, finally my time's come, and I'm 5 seconds into his coronation, dead. Speaking of dead, Unicron follows in Galvatron's wake and approaches, I forget which moon base it is, but it's the one with Jazz and I think Cliffjumper, is it? I can't remember who it is.
Yeah.
Jazz gets... Because, well, they're about to die. I can't remember who the other one is, but it's definitely Jazz. I remember it being Jazz.
Yeah. Again, another one... Jazz, voiced by Scatman Crothers, and this was his last performance as well. He died not long after this. And Jazz was one of my favourite Transformers.
Jazz, I mean, the Porsche, man.
Yeah, he was a Porsche. Fucking love Porsche.
He's cool.
Looked fucking amazing.
Yeah. And he was cool. He was like the coolest of the Autobots.
You know? Yeah, I mean, Scatman Crothers' voice is brilliant. So
yeah, fantastic. But Unicron just turns up and just eats the moon. Jazz and I'm assuming, I think it's Cliffjump, I can't be sure. They get into a shuttle and take off, and you're like, oh, thank God someone made it. But no.
Yeah.
They get caught in like the gravity well or whatever, and just get pulled in and dead. And you're like, oh, okay. There are 2 more beloved toys gone.
Yeah.
And then you get Spike in I want to call him Goldbug. Fucking Bumblebee. Yeah. Before he was Goldbug. Bumblebee.
Before he was Goldbug, yeah.
Oh,
dude, talk about fucking characters I always hated. Fucking Bumblebee, man.
I always wished that this was the moon that got crushed immediately.
Yeah.
Because I never liked Bumblebee ever.
No, me neither.
He was annoying. He was Snarf. You know, he was Orko. He was just go away.
Yeah.
Don't want you here.
Yeah, it was, and it always pissed me off that he became like the sort of the focus of the movies, the late movies and stuff.
Oh, the Bay movies, yeah.
Having said that, the Bumblebee movie is the next best movie to this one.
Yeah, I agree. It's the one good one they did.
It's the best of the modern Transformers movies.
Yeah.
I mean, especially since we get that fucking awesome Cybertron scene at the very beginning.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's like watching the cartoon. It's great.
Yeah.
But they have the wherewithal to set the self-destruct on the moon. And they escape in a shuttle. And of course, Unicron starts eating the moon and it explodes. And you have this moment where they're on the shuttle celebrating. Spike's like, "Yay, we did it!" And
Yep.
And then Bumblebee looks at the screen and basically it's done nothing. He's fine. He's completely unchanged. And then you get the oh shit, which I just did not pick up on.
You get the oh shit, yeah.
I never noticed that before. I've watched this movie loads when I was younger, and I never noticed that. It's crazy that I've never picked up on that.
I'm pretty sure we rewound the tape just to watch that again, hear him say it again.
Yeah.
And I think that the story is that they added that to try and get a PG rating. Because the PG movies were shown more than a U one.
Yeah. It makes sense. It's quite smart. Make more money.
But I think that I don't know whether that's apocryphal or not.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? So yeah, and then it looks like Bumblebee and Spike also die. They're sucked into Unicron. Now, of course, Galvatron sees this and is immediately incensed because, as far as he's concerned, Cybertron and its moons belong to him.
Yeah.
But he's overcome with something. I guess he's weakened, and Unicron's hold over him. He kind of trips down the stairs, and he's forced to say, "I will obey." Unicron. He realizes that he really is under Unicron's control. There's no,
Yep.
There's no escaping that. So he orders the Decepticons to Earth. Ultra Magnus is basically like, right, we're screwed. It's time to leave. Let's go to the shuttles. And he's like, we have to destroy this thing before it devours Cybertron. Even though Cybertron is just full of our enemies, we still need to go there. I guess they want their home, obviously.
It's still your planet, you know.
Still your planet, and there's presumably the innocent workers there that are stuck under the tyrannical rule of Decepticons.
Yeah, so. you presume that there are still Autobots there.
Yeah. And so they plan to head out there. They all talk about how it's hopeless. Hot Rod's like, you know, we can do this. I can do this. And I think Cup's like, what do you know about it? And Hot Rod's just like, I don't know. I've just got this feeling, you know.
Well, he says we can defeat him with the Matrix, and he's like, I know that.
with that thing that glowed really really brightly when I held it earlier on, unlike when Ultra Magnus had it. But they don't have time to talk about it because the Decepticons assault.
Again, the 5-minute journey from Earth to
was it a space bridge? Is that what they called it? Space bridge or something in the show they were building?
Well, you don't see any evidence of it in this.
No, but I always remember in the show, and it might have been after this, there a sky bridge or space bridge or something. I remember they were always talking to what's his name on Cybertron about it. Shockwave. I always remember they were talking to Shockwave on Cybertron about it.
I don't know whether he did in the original version, but I'm pretty sure Shockwave was the one that came up with the bridge.
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah. So the Decepticons attack, and they're like, "We need to get out of here now." But the Dinobots don't want to leave, so they have to like get people to help them. You know, like Hot Rod, you know, take this wire and make a lasso and try and pull Grimlock on.
First of all, he tells Blur to do it, doesn't he? Because he gives them all gives them all jobs, and Blur's like, "What about me? What about me? What about me? What about me?" And he's like, "Yeah, you go round up the Dinobots," and of course, and I like. Please, Dino, please, nice Dino, nice Dino, please. It's like, me, Grimlock, not nice Dino, me, King.
I wish Grimlock had just ripped his head off.
Again, but in that sort of really cool thing, Blur is voiced by John Masachita Jr., who was the voice of the Micro Machines. He was the guy that did the Micro Machine advert when we were kids.
Yeah. Bloody annoying character though.
Yeah.
I just wanted Grimlock to rip his head off. Just be done. I
did like the sort of the weird futuristic cars that you had for that generation. You know, you got Cup always looked a bit shit. To be fair,
yes.
I mean,
he looks shit in the film. To be honest,
he looks like an unfinished pickup truck. It's a bit.
Yeah. But. They do finally they get Hot Rod to makes a lasso and they get the Dinobots on board, and I love that Grimlock loves Cup. He likes hearing war stories from Cup. I like that. I thought that was quite endearing that he's like he really respects Cup. You get the feeling he respects Cup more than he ever did Prime, to be honest.
Anybody else? Yeah.
But he like fawns over him. He like leans over him, and you know.
Yeah. And there are bits that I love in this as well. You get you get a number of times where Galvatron is in Cyclonus or Scourge. I forget which one he is. He's in the thing, and you see him like out of the window, and they're like shooting at him. And there's at least twice where they get shot back, fired upon back, and like. You know, the ship has to sort of swerve out of the way sort of thing. And you get Galvatron literally shaking his fist out of the window at them.
Yeah.
It's just hilarious to me that the leader of the Decepticons is shaking his fist while flying past them.
Yeah, it's fantastic. But they managed to escape. They managed to get away.
Yeah. And you get cool things like you know them RC
pulling RC on,
RC on and stuff. So Springer was. I always thought Springer. I always hated that he was green because he is weird, but Springer's another cool character. He looks great, and he's got that. He's a
wasn't he a military trucker? Oh, was he a helicopter? Oh no, yeah. I think you're right. Actually, I think he was.
Yeah, he's a helicopter and is he a car as well? Because he's a triple train changer as well, isn't he?
I always thought he was like a military van thing, like Jeep, but I could be totally wrong. Could be totally wrong about that.
He's cool anyway. I thought
yeah.
And RC was one of those ones that I think that the writer fought for because they didn't want a female robots. They didn't want it, and then he was like, "No, I want at least one." So he managed to get RC, and I've always liked RC.
Yeah,
I think she's cool.
No, RC's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is the lady Smurf of the Autobots, but she's bloody cool.
She is Smurfette, yeah.
Smurfette, yeah.
I know they added a lot more later. It was...
Yes, yeah. But RC was always cool, and who doesn't love a bloody motorbike? That's great.
Oh, she's a car.
That's good stuff. Is she a car in the show? I can't.
She's
remember.
A car, yeah. I think.
My memory of Transformers, dude, like literally ends in the 90s. So like my memory is spotty at best. I
think they made her a bike later, but
okay.
She's a car. She's a convertible, isn't she? She's a futuristic convertible.
You may be right. I honestly don't remember. In any case, they think they've escaped briefly, don't they? And Cup goes back to telling his war stories, but then of course Galvatron attacks again from his mothership, and they are hit quite badly this time, the Autobots, and are forced to crash on a nearby planet, a very cool looking planet. I think from space anyway, it looks very cool. It's very
Yeah.
And it's quite cool. I think it's quite a cool space chase battle that we have, actually. And they do an emergency. Ultra Magnus says it's time for an emergency auto separation. And of course, the front quarter of the ship breaks apart.
Perceptors are like, oh no, it's too dangerous.
Yeah, but it's like, well, we're gonna die. And then I think RC has a go at Ultra Magnus about it after, or someone does. I think it's RC.
Yes.
And she's like, you didn't have to blow up 3/4 of the ship. And he's like, they would have blown up 4/4 of the ship if I hadn't bloody done it.
I think that's Springer. She's telling about Springer. I think because I think Springer says that. Because I think he says that wasn't so bad, was it?
yeah. Like we're alive. But yeah, so they managed to fool Galvatron into thinking that they've died effectively. And they're heavily damaged, but they have managed to survive and escape. Meanwhile, Galvatron gets some more Unicron shouting. He's not having a good time with his his newfound boss. It's not going well.
No.
But Ultra Magnus soon learns that they are very damaged, and so he tells the fellow Autobots to look for a place where they can find, maybe some junk where they could do some repairs. And maybe there's a planet for that. Who knows?
I like it as well. He says, Perceptor. He says that can you find a place, and Perceptor goes off on one because that's what Perceptor does. And he's like, and he looks at him. He's like, yeah, I can do that. It's fine.
Yeah. So, they end up heading to the planet of junk. Which looks exactly how you would imagine. It is a literal planet of junk.
Yeah.
And so they head there with the intention of they're going to basically rebuild or repair what they can of the shuttle to get back in the fight. Meanwhile, we see Hot Rod is dealing with the piranha things. Are they Sharkticons or whatever they're called? Yeah, Sharkticons. That's right. He's deep in this water, surrounded by these mechanical vines that are growing on the ocean floor, and he's surrounded by these Sharkticon things, and fighting them off. He does the cool hand saw thing, which is
he
awesome.
gets that cool blade. Which is yeah. You also forget you forget that in the cartoons that they had like one of the fights with Prime and Megatron. They get
the first one. He has the axe. I think it's like the first episode. He has that.
Yeah, they got that sort of laser axe and laser sword sort of thing, and even Megatron pulls out basically a lightsaber in this, doesn't he?
Yeah,
when they're fighting near the beginning.
If I remember rightly, I think he had like a ball in. He had like a flipping.
Morning Star sort of thing.
He had like a kind of a Morning Star, didn't he, in the first episode?
I think you're right. Yeah.
In any case, Hot Rod manages to escape, but finds Cup is being like eaten by a giant squid, a giant robot squid. So he has to fight that off as well. Awesome design again.
Yep.
Cup is quite damaged in the fight. His legs like torn off or whatever. And so Hot Rod comes to his rescue and helps Cup.
Yeah, he gets that. He sort of says, "Fix me," doesn't he? And
yeah.
It's to sort of put him back together.
And it's kind of cool because they're obviously underwater, but you're like, oh yeah, they are robots, aren't they? So I suppose this doesn't really.
Yeah.
They're not in danger of drowning.
They're not drowning.
They may rust, but they're not going to drown.
It might fuck up their innards, but.
Yeah, I mean, I say that because Hot Rod didn't seem in any particular hurry to get out of the water.
No,
he slowly strolls under the water, But yeah, it's great, and it's nice. I really like the relationship between Cup and Hot Rod, especially as it develops as the film goes on.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Ultra Magnus does a Troy.
Oh, and, I forgot. You do get that bit, but before the ships get attacked again,
you
get that bit with It's a weird bit. It feels very much like Star Wars because you've got Cup telling war stories to the
Grimlock and
Grimlock and the Dinobots, and you've got
Hot Rod practicing with the remote droid thing.
Hot Rod's got a sword and a shield, and he's fighting a
I forgot about that. Yeah, that is weird. Yeah,
and he's like, don't you think we should be doing something else other than telling war stories? He's like, no.
I like when Grimlock Cup's telling this story about how it was really dusty on this one planet, so he needed the wipers. And Grimlock's like, I know all about wipers. Tell me the good parts, and just punches Slagger someone in the face for no reason. Yeah. It's like, dude, it's so good.
Yeah. Oh man, that's one of the things that I love as well. Of course, Slag, of course, was the name was changed over in this country.
Of course, because it has a bit of a meaning.
Because it has different connotations in Britain than it does in America. So he was called, I think, Slug over here, wasn't he?
Slug or Sludge or Slug or something like that.
Sludge or Slug or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But so anyway, Ultra Magnus does a Deanna Troi and smashes the fucking shuttle into the planet. But it was damaged, so I guess maybe the landing gear or whatever. He did his best. And they crash, and Daniel is they all survive. Daniel's a bit sad, and then he's given his robot mech suit from his dad, and he's over. Yeah,
Daniel's
the moon.
Fine. He got saved.
He got a new toy.
He got saved by RC's boobs.
Yeah, RC. I mean, again, if it wasn't for RC, he would have definitely had his head stoved in there. This time it wasn't his fault. The hoverboard incident totally his fault. But this was this couldn't have been helped. But he gets his dad's robot suit, so now he's in a mech suit as well.
Yeah.
And so they have arrived Junk, the planet Junk, and they immediately start foraging for parts to repair, but are set upon by a bunch of robots who call them thieves. They call them thieves, and they start talking like commercials, basically.
They talk TV.
Yes, they say later on that they learned from TV because they've got TV, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, so they're set up on.
Retgar, voiced by Eric Idle, which is fucking awesome.
Great. Yeah, it's amazing. Meanwhile, Cup is actually pretty impressed by Hot Rod's repair. He's like, "Yeah, you did pretty well, all things considered." You know?
Yeah, because initially he says he fucked up his knee.
But that's just Cup, isn't it? You know, that's
you left a part out, and then he says, "Actually, all things considered, you did a really good job. You even got one of my rotators working properly again, or something."
Yeah. And then they transform and roll out themselves. And I was thinking about it. Do you think Cup is meant to be like a Cybertronian truck thing?
Yeah, well, they are. Their forms are all supposed to be sort of Cybertronian cars, aren't they?
Yeah. So the ones that haven't come to Earth. Yeah,
Yeah,
Hot Rod is not a human car, is it? It's a weird thing.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he is supposed to be like a Cybertronian pickup truck, but yeah, just looks like shit.
Yeah. But they're stopped in their tracks by robot fishmen, who Cup immediately says, "Oh, I could give them the universal greeting," which I am never going to remember. You may remember.
Wheat ninny bum.
Thank you. I know. If I tried that, I would totally cock it up because I have never ever been able to remember it. So
I remember it quite. That's one that we used to shout at each other.
A lot of my friends used to as well, but I would always be like, I just literally cannot remember it. Every time I try and say it, I know I'll say it wrong. So
yeah.
But
that's been used in a number of other movies. Have used that as well, which is quite funny.
Yes. Yeah. Their universal greeting works for a little while they're giving them energy.
Well, I think it works because they're giving them energon treats, isn't it? Really.
But as soon as they run out, they're taken to court, basically.
Yeah.
What are they? Is it the Quintessence? Is that what they were called?
The Quintessence.
Which are also, I think, very cool designs. I love the spinny head design of
I actually think that
cool.
That and the squid thing are
the
squid's fucking
awesome.
horrible designs. They're not horrible designs. I mean, they're scary designs is what I mean. Is there's something really creepy about the head rotating,
yes, I agree.
And especially when it laughs and you get each head with a different laugh.
It spins to show each head laughing. Yeah.
It's like that. Really cool and creepy. I really like it.
It's great. And as they enter the courtroom, this poor robot's just getting thrown to the sharks below. It's just dead.
Yeah.
And then of course they're taken to prison, Cup and Hot Rod. And they meet one of the guy from the Pink Planet who tells them about Unicron destroying his world. And he's probably the last of his race, but that doesn't stop the Quintessence. Sod it.
That's it. He's done. Poor bastard.
And of course, they're warned. Cup and Hot Rod are warned that they will be sentenced, basically next. And they ask this robot to plead guilty or not guilty, but he basically refuses.
He gets that spare me this mockery of justice.
Yeah. So
I like it. Also, it's the innocent that gets them murdered.
Yeah. And he's immediately jumped on by Sharkticons and presumably torn apart.
Presumably eaten.
We would imagine. Meanwhile, the Dinobots are just wandering around kind of aimlessly. Grimlock's kind of like, I'm positive that Hot Rod and Co are close, because actually one of the Autobots saw them get taken into the prison, didn't he? And drove.
Swoop, is it? So he says, I don't think
I
he says.
can't remember.
I don't think they saw him. I think he says, but he
No,
is...
no. Before, when they were getting led into court, I think it's like a red Autobot sees them, or
The
someone
fucking
sees them.
the most annoying little fucker.
Yes, him.
Wheelie.
Yes, it is him. Wheelie. Yes,
Wheelie.
fucking hell. He's just as
God, I
bad as
hate Wheelie.
Blur. He's just as annoying as Blur. That one.
I don't dislike Blur as much as you do, but I do fucking hate Wheelie.
Yeah. Oh God.
He's funnily enough, in all the, usually, you know, like we said earlier on, we hate the kid stuff. When they add kid characters, it's like always usually a fucking awful thing.
Always annoyed me. Yeah.
I quite like Daniel. I think Daniel's all right.
He's probably the least annoying of the lot. Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the better kid characters. But yeah, Wheelie's just another fucking like kid robot that it's always like, oh, we need to appeal to the kids more. Let's give them a kid robot.
No.
And you're like, no, kids don't want to see a fucking kid robot. We don't need to empathize with the kid robot.
All kids ever want to be is adults.
Yeah.
That's all they want. They want to see adults. They don't want to see kids, you know?
No.
It's only when you become an adult that you realize that it sucks and it was better being a kid.
Yes.
Until then, all you want to do is be an adult. So whenever you add a kid into a show, kids are like, oh, no. It's not what I want, you know?
Yeah.
But I do appreciate that Grimlock pimp slaps him as soon as he turns up. Which I like. He's just like, Grimlock, no, like you, slap.
Yeah, it's like, it's even worse than that. It's like, not only is he the sort of a little cocky kid character, he's got that annoying voice, and he rhymes his his speech. It's like, oh, fuck off.
Insufferable. Yeah. So Unicron is basically torturing Galvatron. Who's like, why are you torturing me? And he's like, you failed. And he says,
because you're a blind fucking idiot. That's why.
Yeah. And he's like, no, Ultra Magnus is dead and the Matrix is destroyed. We blew up their ship. It exploded in space. And of course Unicron's like, the Matrix has not been destroyed. And Ultra Magnus lives. He's on the planet of junk. Amazing you missed that, because that planet was right in front of you when you probably should have checked. In fact, I probably should have just messaged you and not brought you all the way here.
I mean, that's the other thing. That is,
you then send you immediately back.
Tell him, just sort of tell him. Don't need to drag him back.
He's like, no, we're going to have an in-person meeting to discuss this.
I mean, that is always the sort of the more it does feel more formal, I suppose. It feels more devastating when you actually get brought before him to talk.
Yeah. Well, he's pretty imposing as well. Yeah, he's the size of a literal moon or planet.
Yeah. I mean, this is actually one of those times where we should point out the scaling.
Oh, it's all over the place.
Is all over the place.
Yeah.
Especially at the end when we get to the big fight, but yeah. Unicron goes from being like massive planet to slightly smaller planet to being like maybe the size of a moon. It's like all over. Yeah,
he's all over the place. He's never more imposing than in the first scene where he's absolutely massive.
Yeah,
and then from there he just seemingly gets a bit smaller every time.
I mean, you do get that really sweet sort of the vision of when he's eaten that first, like as you say, the pink planet at the beginning.
It's like mostly pink. Yeah.
I like that. You get that. You get the all the the whole planet going through his guts and all that sort of stuff.
Great.
And you get the sort of things like all his lights turning back on and stuff, and like that.
Yeah.
That outer ring that he has starts powering up, and it's showing you that's how he powers himself, by eating other planets. Very cool.
So Galvatron immediately heads to junk and starts attacking the Autobots, who flee. Ultra Magnus basically causes a cave-in behind them to save them, cut them off from Galvatron, and tries to use the Matrix of leadership, but it won't open for him. He holds it up, it does nothing,
Yeah, because he's like, you said this would this would light our darkest hour. This has fucking got to be it, surely. Come on,
yes, things are pretty bad. But no, it doesn't work, and Galvatron and his cohorts blast Ultra Magnus away, and I was really happy at that moment when I first watched this film because I was like, yes, he's gone.
Yeah.
It doesn't last.
You do sort of for that bit. You do sort of think, well, fucking hell, he didn't last very fucking long as leader.
Yeah. In hindsight, Optimus did really well. How long he lasted. But Galvatron now has the Matrix and says that he's going to make Unicron his bitch now. It's like now I can make you my slave. And I can't remember, but I think it might cut back to Galvatron shouting out of his mouth again.
Yes, it does. About it. Yeah, you get the Galvatron scream. I think that scream was done by Welker, actually.
That makes sense. I guess Wells was probably not in any kind of shape to be doing that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So Cup and Hot Rod are found to be in contempt of court, or I think the quintessence like, you'll be found in contempt of court, and Hot Rod's like, I've got nothing but contempt for this court.
yeah,
which is great. So of course they get thrown into the sharks. But they have the wherewithal to transform into trucks, because apparently that's the best thing to do.
They've got those bands at first. They've got these bands that stop them from transforming. But as soon as they drop, the bands disappear.
The bands disappear, yeah.
And I do like the sort of lines when they do that sort of he says, "Cut says, let's make it a demolition derby" or something. So they do that. They drive round the sort of pit for like a big whirlpool and sort of they get out. And I like the. He says something along the lines of, "There's too many of them," and he says, "I don't." He says, "I don't think we're going to survive this, but we can give them one hell of a repair bill."
Yeah. But they drive around and around and around, and ultimately, they escape the water, don't they?
Yeah.
Because they kind of drive around and up out of the tank.
Yeah, they make the whirlpool, which they can sort of escape with.
And the Sharkticons seem a lot more rubbish out of water than in the water, because they all surface. And they take out a bunch of them, but like you said, there are a lot more of them than there are of it's two against like hundreds.
They do look cool.
Oh, they're great designs. Yeah,
they're just sort of big mouths with they just eat.
They always looked like, to me, something out of the Turtles, like something that would be, Krang would have running around.
I know. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
But very awesome designs. I really love the designs. And of course, they're kind of overwhelmed by the sheer number of these Sharkticons, and the Quintessence tells them to execute Cup and Hot Rod when the Dinobots turn up and crush the Quintessence under a door. Which I love. I think it's Slag goes, "Excuse me." Yeah, and then you get I can't think of the name of the band, like not Megadeth, playing Instruments of Destruction, I think here.
Kick-Axe.
Is that who it is?
I think it's Kick-Axe, isn't it?
I cannot remember.
They were called Spectre General for the movie though.
Right.
Because I guess they didn't want a band called Kick-Axe on the soundtrack.
But yeah, awesome. Because everyone loved I didn't know anyone that disliked the Dinobots, so
No, I don't think I've ever met anybody that dislikes the Dinobots.
They're just awesome.
Cool. I mean, sure, they're idiots, but that's
that makes them better. I love Grimlock's one of my favorite characters in the Transformers because he's so dumb but so like tough and scary. And he's really cute when he wants to be as well,
The almost constant sort of thing of him going, "I am not this. I am not an idiot. I am a king. I am not a bozo. I'm a king."
So of course the Dinobots rescue Cup and Hot Rod, and meanwhile,
Grimlock says that me want to munch metal.
yeah. Meanwhile, the other Ultrabots discover Ultra Magnus, realize that the Matrix is gone, and all is lost. All hope is lost. But the locals show up,
and it's actually then when because they don't. The Junkians don't attack them yet. They were about. I think they were about.
They're planning, weren't they? And then the Decepticons
they were about
turned
to
up,
when the Decepticons turn up. And this time they you get that thing. Rat Guy I think is a cool design as well. He looks really cool.
I really like that they ride each other. Like one of them turns into a bike and the other one rides.
And then they knock them down. And then
they swap, don't they? When they fall over, like the other one becomes a bike, and
the other jumps on him. It's like that. It's
really
cool.
Really cool idea.
And I think Springer says, does it knocking them down? Was it knocking them down's not the problem? It's getting them to stay down that's the problem.
Oh yeah, and you are right. RC is the bloody car because in this scene, they're chasing her. I remember. Yeah, I remember now. Now I remember. But yeah, awesome designs. And again, very Japanese designs. With they've all got the mustache beard, the long mustaches, and it's great.
Yeah,
it's a cool look.
Yeah.
And they're all they've all got axes and shields and stuff as well, which is it's cool. Yeah. So yeah, they have something of a battle, not like a huge battle. Spike knackers one with like a big giant girder.
Daniel. Sorry, Daniel hits one.
Oh, sorry, Daniel. Jesus. But then the big ship comes in.
Oh yeah, we've got ahead of ourselves because we forgot the whole Grimlock telling the Sharkticons to kill the Quintessence.
And basically it's like, why don't you just kill them?
Yeah, and I like
I'd never considered that.
And I like as it Cup says, I think the problems in this world are about to be solved really quickly.
Yeah.
And that's when they say, "Oh, we need a ship." And annoying Wheelie goes, "Hey, there's a ship over there," and he's like, "That's a ship." And it's like, "Yes, I like the ship. It's like a weird corkscrew."
Oh, I think it's an awesome design. Yeah, it looks really alien and weird. Yeah, it's cool.
So they escape in the ship, and that's when during the battle they land.
Yes, they land and of course do the universal greeting, and everyone's happy and dances. Even the Dinobots dance.
Yeah,
they're all super happy.
And you get "It's Dare to Be Stupid" by Weird Al.
Yeah, the weirdest song on the soundtrack, but it fits. It fits the scene.
What I love about "Dare to Be Stupid" is it's a parody of Devo. It's a parody of Devo's Deep Sleep, is it? I think, or
yes,
I think it's Deep Sleep, or one of the other songs. I forget which bloody Devo song it is now. But yeah, I fucking love Devo anyway. But I think it works, and I think Al did actually play it to the lead singer of Devo, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah. So they introduce themselves after the greeting. They introduce themselves. I think they're the Junkians or something.
Yeah, Junkians.
And as we said before, I think we said on air, they watch TV. That's how they've learned to speak.
Cup says, "I speak TV. Hey, well, now for the news. Don't touch that dial." That sort of thing.
Yeah. And then cock-a-doodle-doo, they rebuild Ultra Magnus.
Yeah. Happy motoring.
Yeah, cock-a-doodle-doo. And like I said before, I was always like, why didn't they do that with Optimus? But I guess they didn't have Optimus's body, and maybe, like you said, he was too far gone and whatever.
It does feel weird, though. It does feel weird that they, he was. Not only was he wasn't just shot, he was
blown up. Yeah, he's in pieces.
He was in fucking pieces, So it does feel a little bit weird that he gets put back together and from that amount of damage. But it's like, okay, fine, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. But the Junkians then provide them with a new ship, right? It's like a faster
Junkian planet is sleek, sexy import.
Yeah.
With turbo handling.
Isn't it like try now, pay later or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. And so they all take off.
And you do get that. I love the line where he says, he says, what is it? And he says, and the answer is Unicron.
Yeah. So Galvatron, of course, after all these years, Megatron's been moaning about Starscream inevitably betraying him, and he's doing a Starscream himself now to his leader.
I mean, that's kind of always the thing about Megatron, isn't it? Is Megatron's just as fucking two-faced.
Oh, massive hypocrite.
Starscream is. He's just not as whiny as Starscream.
Well, he just happened to be the one in charge.
Yeah.
You know, like if it was the other way round, he would have totally. Yeah. If Starscream was in charge the whole time.
It's that he has slightly more backbone than Starscream does.
Yeah. And so he confronts Unicron and says, "I've got the thing that you most fear." And at this point, Unicron gets really annoyed and he transforms into a giant robot. Shock.
Yeah.
Like I said, I always preferred him as the planet. I always thought the planet was cooler.
I mean, he does look cool. I like the wing. The halo becomes the wings and all that.
He does look cool, but it is kind of like, I don't know. I think in making him humanoid, you've got like, oh, there's weak points now. But when he's the planet, you're like, what do you even do with this thing? You know, like it's just a planet thing.
I mean, it's that as the planet, you get that whole sort of, you know, the him coming into view sort of thing, and that you get them. It's much more imposing than just a big robot.
Yeah, it's like this Lovecraftian techno horror thing.
Yeah,
which I love.
And I like that. I love the line. Is it for a time I thought of sparing your insignificant planet, but now you shall witness its dismemberment.
Now you've annoyed me. It's going down, and of course he starts attacking Cybertron. We get that brief cameo of Shockwave, who's just like, everybody leg it. The planet's getting pimp slapped by Unicron. Galvatron, of course, does try his best. He tries shooting at him and stuff, but it doesn't do anything, and he gets eaten. Well, swallowed, I should say. He doesn't chew, luckily. He just gets. Chew. Well, if he chewed, that would have been the end of him, right?
Yeah.
And I love, so the whole way through the movie, at varying intervals throughout the movie, Cups said that whatever is going on reminds him of something.
Yes. This reminds me of the time I was at Sister 7 or whatever.
Yeah. And as they're approaching Unicron in his robot form, punching Cybertron, Hot Rod's like, "So Cup, have you ever seen anything like this before?" And he's like, "Nope." He's like, "Nope, not this. Says, no, I've never seen anything like this before."
Doesn't this remind you of something? And he's like, "Nope, never seen anything like it before." Which is it's brilliant.
Of course, Daniel sees that Moonbase 2 is no more, and is now even more concerned about his dad than he was before. But Hot Rod says, we're going to find out what happened to him, and fair play to the Junkians. Their ship, the sport model anyway, takes a full-on blast from Unicron and just keeps going. And I think one of the Junkian leaders just like, satisfaction guaranteed. It's like, that just took a full-on blast and just kept going. Like, fair play.
Yeah, rat guy.
The non-sport model, however, fares less well and gets shot down, but it does go through Unicron's eye. It crashes through the eye, and they end up inside Unicron, which is even more of a nightmare. It's full of tentacles and stuff.
Yep.
And they're all kind of chased by the Unicron antibodies, I guess you could say.
It's kind of. I would have. Yeah.
Kind of. Hot Rod falls. Yeah. Hot Rod falls in a different direction, so he's obviously on his own inside Unicron. So he's basically just trying to find a way to destroy him from the inside. He does find this glowing. He finds a glowing power source. And instantly recognizes it as the Matrix, and it's a great shot when he sees the Matrix glowing, and then you see Galvatron lit up by the Matrix.
Yeah.
Galvatron tries to talk to Hot Rod, but is immediately told by Unicron to kill him.
Well, he's like he's like, I tried to use it, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
It couldn't get it to work, and he's like, well, it's not, and he's like, it's not going to work for you, is it?
No. I mean, it might not have fit Ultra Magnus very well, but it did fit. You're wearing it like a bloody bling chain around your neck. It's like clearly not designed for you.
Yeah. He's wearing it like a Beastie Boy wearing a
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I love that Grimlock, while all this is going on, is just like, I don't care. I'm gonna kick the shit out of Unicron, no matter how big he is.
But
it's amazing. They're just like, the Dinobots are just like, don't care. We're gonna kick your ass.
What I do love is that they attack his ass. They get swatted away, and I do like you do get the sort of the only bit of like self-reflection from Grimlock when he goes, "Me, Grimlock, need new strategy."
Yeah. But they all survived, so there is that.
Yeah. There is a bit where near in the beginning fight where Swoop gets crushed. He gets taken out, and he's got rocks on him and stuff. And I thought, oh my god, they're gonna kill Swoop as well. But then he's in the next scene flying along, and you're like, oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, because who's the Brachiosaurus? Because he gets his head punched in as well in the opening battle.
God, what is?
I think Devastator punches him in the face and starts bashing on his head.
But they're all like, I think they're all too stupid to feel pain.
They're too stupid and too tough. Yeah, they're hardy bunch. So Daniel gets attacked by tentacles and he's kind of separated and runs away. And we see Autobots, Decepticons, Cybertronians alike getting carried away. Daniel sees them getting sent to basically be fuel, I guess, for Unicron. They're getting dropped into this vat of whatever.
It's basically like a vat of stomach acid. Equivalent is what I presume.
Yeah.
And again, you get that fucking horrific scene where you see two, and I can't remember which.
Yeah, two of them just get melted. Yeah,
they just fall and start like dissolving while screaming. It's like, well, fucking hell, this movie really does kick you in the ass. It's like,
yeah. Luckily, Daniel manages to transform and shoot the one of the hinges, doesn't he? And the side closes just in time.
Spike's like. I do like fair fucking props for the actor for Spike's actor here. He does a really good job of screaming his panic. He's like, "Shoot the lid! Shoot the fucking lid!" And he's like, "I don't have a gun." He's like, "The seat's got a gun on it."
Yeah, you transformed into a car earlier. I'm sure you can figure it out. But yeah, and then of course interspersed with this, you've got the battle between Hot Rod and.
But it is a cool
Galvatron
thing though when you get that moment where he shoots the cover down, but you see, I think it's Spike, and I think is it Jazz? I think it might be Jazz.
Jazz
you see
is
them
dead.
Drop. Oh, is he? I can't remember.
Jazz got killed on the moon base. It's Bumblebee.
Bumblebee, yeah. You see them
Bumblebee's
drop,
with them.
and I love that sort of shot of you get the shot, and you see Daniel like turn away, and then of course you get the sort of fake out of like going, "You did it!" It's like, yay. Yeah. There is some happiness in this movie.
Yeah, a little bit. So the fight goes relatively well for a little while with Hot Rod, but ultimately he's kind of defeated, and Galvatron has him on his back, and he's like basically strangling the life out of him.
Yeah.
Galvatron says, "Oh, first Prime, then Ultra Magnus, now you." But of course he grabs the Matrix and
what is it? He says something along the lines of, "I'd get some satisfaction out of it if you all didn't die so easily."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I can't remember. He says something along the lines of, "I'd get some satisfaction out of it if you all didn't die so easily." Yeah. I get some satisfaction out of it if you all didn't die so easily. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But of course he grabs the Matrix, and the light kind of emits from it. Galvatron lets go of him, but he does manage. Galvatron shoots it out of his hand, but then Hot Rod says, "This is the end for you." Throws him through the wall, picks up the Matrix, and of course it separates in their darkest hour for Hot Rod, who becomes Rodimus Prime.
Yeah.
Which I agree, it's fucking stupid design, but it's kind of like awesomely stupid design, I kind of love it.
the sort of I mean, Hot Rod already looks cool robot wise.
Oh yeah, it was a very cool robot.
He gets beefed up, he gets beefed up, and the Rodimus Prime robot looks fucking awesome. But
yes,
that's the weird Winnebago thing.
I kind of love it. It's so silly.
Sort of feels like they go, well, the leader's got to be a truck, right? He has to be a truck.
Yeah, it's like
weird.
It's like a weird
truck.
It's a weird thing where they just decided that because the first leader was a truck, they will always be trucks.
Yeah.
There's like some racism going on inside the Autobots, where they're like, no, only trucks lead. None of you cars can do it.
Until you get to the animal things, where now he's King Kong.
He's an ape. Yes. Yeah.
Which, I mean, the what are they called? The
Predacons and Maximals. Maximals.
Yeah. Never really sort of appealed to me, the whole now they're animals and stuff. I
watched some of it. It was all CGI, and it was very bad CGI, so it was quite hard to watch.
However, Megatron as a T-Rex is fucking cool.
Yes, that is cool.
I mean, it is slightly redundant. We've already got I think there's a Decepticon triple changer. I think that's a T-Rex as well.
Oh, probably.
So it does feel slightly redundant, but it is cool. He does look really cool.
I do remember they did the story of them, that they'd actually gone back in time, hadn't they? And they were on Earth, obviously, of the past.
Yeah, they changed the origin. So
they do meet the Autobots briefly, don't they? They find Optimus Prime, and
I've not seen the
seen
movie where they turn up, because I think was it Optimus Primal's. Yeah, Optimus Primal's.
Oh, you mean the Bay movie, or
yes, the.
Oh no, I was talking about the.
Oh yeah, no, I know the
Beast Wars
cartoon,
show.
But I'm saying I was just saying I haven't seen that movie.
I think I have, and it was. I'm shocked. You'll be surprised to know it was terrible. Well, I'm pretty sure I have seen it.
I gave up before last. Is it last night?
Oh, God,
I've not seen that one.
They're all terrible. Like you said, the only good one was Bumblebee. That was the only genuinely fun.
I must admit, I like the first one.
Bumblebee, yeah.
No.
The first Transformers movie. Okay.
The first Bay one is actually it's
okay.
It's got some good stuff in it, and I quite like it. But with each one, they fucking sort of deteriorate and
rapidly deteriorate. I think even the second one is garbage.
Yeah. He's not Spike. He's Sam, isn't he?
Sam. Yeah.
He's okay in the first one. He's slightly annoying, but then he progressively just gets fucking worse.
Yep.
And then when you get to bloody Mark Wahlberg being
you
get that weird thing about the laws of age laws and stuff with his daughter, and it's like, what are they doing here? What the fuck is this? Or why have they included this as a sort of side plot on this movie? It's so fucking weird.
Yeah, especially when in the opening of that movie, when they're introducing them, Bay heavily, massively sexualizes her.
Yep.
And then, for most of the movie, is Mark Wahlberg going, she's a kid, leave her alone. You shouldn't be sexualizing my kid. And it's like, what is the message of this movie? Like, make your fucking mind up.
And they make that whole thing of, oh, it's okay to sexualize them because the age of it is good here. It's fine if you. It's like, no.
What's your message?
This should not be a thing in a fucking Transformers movie. This is just fucking weird.
Yeah, it's bizarre. But anyway, Hot Rod obviously activates the Matrix. It turns him into Rodimus Prime, and it totally knackers Unicron.
Big explosion.
Basically explodes. It gives him a heart attack or something. He explodes from the inside out, and I love that they transform and escape through his other eye.
Yeah, and this is what I was saying about the size difference, because
the
ship goes through, and when they come through the other eye, they escape. They're huge.
Yeah, they're massive now.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's bizarre.
I mean, also the whole Rodimus Prime transforms into the truck thing, and then Spike and Daniel get into the truck in their suits.
Yeah, even though they themselves have transformed into vehicles during this movie.
Yeah.
Or Daniel definitely did.
In this movie.
Yeah, it's very strange.
But the actual Unicron's death struggle, with all the beams of light coming out of him and the his leg coming off and the explosion, that's all really fucking cool.
Yeah, and I do love the touch, and it is something they do come back to in the later cartoon series from memory. I do love that his head becomes the new moon of Cybertron.
Yeah.
I appreciated that, and I appreciated that in the show, whenever they cut back to Cybertron, his head is still orbiting Cybertron.
Yeah,
as a moon. I always thought that was quite cool. But
I mean, speaking of the touch and fucking Mark Wahlberg, he sings that in bloody Boogie Nights, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, of course he does. Yeah.
Yeah, and most recently, touch was used in that fucking awful mixtape game.
I've never played it.
I've not played it. I've watched a number of people play it. It was actually really funny.
What is it?
So, okay, it's a nostalgia bait game about a bunch of teenagers on it's like their last night of like after graduation sort of thing. It's their last night before they got their lives ahead of them. So the main characters. The main character is going to go off to New York and seek her dream and stuff. So it's kind of these three kids going off, and they use all proper music in it. It's all licensed music. Really, a lot of really good track. You get a Devo track in there. There's some Susie's in the Banshee stuff. There's some really fucking good tracks on there, right? But it's not really a game. Like you can play most of it without even touching the controller. The dialogue is awful. It's supposed. I think initially it was going to be 80s, and they decided like, oh no, there's too much 80s things. Let's make it 90s. But they don't talk like fucking kids do in the. They got very modern dialogue. It's like 90s kids didn't talk like that, for fuck's sake. Anyway, it's really really bad.
Touching it.
Well, there's this bit where they're playing. They're hitting some baseballs, and the touch starts playing, and I watched Az play it. Now, Az is I don't know how if you ever watched any of Az's stuff. He is. I've
watched bits. Yeah.
He's a huge Transformers guy.
Oh yeah, I know that much. Yeah.
If you watch him or any of his shows, like these days, behind him, he has a whole wall of Transformers toys.
Oh, okay. He's like huge.
Yeah, he is a massive Transformers, and when the touch started playing, when he was doing his playthrough, he totally lost his shit. He was so pissed off. It was hilarious.
I don't know why these people do it to themselves.
No.
I'm like, no, time is too precious. I guess they get paid for it. But I'm like, I'm just. No, I mean the people that play through these games. You know, I'm like, just you know, don't do it.
It's just for the. It's. I mean, you know, let's be.
I guess it's for the lols.
It's for the hate clips. It's for the. You know, it's
fair enough.
And it is funny. You know.
Yeah, I guess. Oh well.
It's.
In any case, that was Transformers the movie, and what a bloody movie it was.
Yeah. I mean, you get the sort of you get the head. You see that picture of the head floating around, and it's like, oh yeah, he's not dead, sort of thing, you know.
No, clearly not.
And as I said, the English version had the sort of the closing line of Optimus will return, sort of thing. So the Americans didn't have that, we did. And like a lot of the movies we love, totally fucking tanked when it came out.
Yeah, of course it did. Yeah.
I mean, it was up against some fucking serious movies that year.
86 is a good movie year.
86 is amazing. You've got like Aliens and fucking Labyrinth came out. It did not do well at all. It completely tanked. It was another one of those movies that when it came out on VHS,
home release was huge. Yeah,
home release was massive. So it kind of, you know. And
that was back in the days when you could fail in the cinema and still make it on the home release.
Yeah,
and just be like, it's fine, you know.
Yeah, and the reviews at the time absolutely scathing. They're like, "Oh, it's just all noise and I love like how much we love the soundtrack." Like,
I love the soundtrack.
The soundtrack was almost universally despised.
It's honestly one of my favorite movie soundtracks. It's so cool, so much fun.
It's a great fucking soundtrack. Yeah,
I generally prefer scores to like songs for movies, but in terms of soundtracks with songs rather than like score, this is right up there. This is. And as nostalgia probably plays a big part, but even watching the movie, dude, like rewatching the movie, I was tapping along and just like, every song.
One of the things I was going to say. Having watched this again, it was such a joy, and it is, and I know it is pure fucking nostalgia.
Of course, it is. It's a Transformers movie.
I think it's still a good movie. I think it's a genuine.
I think it's fun. Yeah, it's fun. The stakes are higher. It's got massive stakes compared to the show. Yeah. Like, it's everything you'd want from a movie of a show, really. You know? Because, you know, the death of Optimus Prime is like a big deal. The death of many characters, and we can complain that they kill some of them, you know, as if, like, inconsequentially. But it does give the movie some real stakes where you're like, wow, who is going to make out of this? You know, it's like it is a real desperate thing.
You've never had, you don't get that in the cartoon. You never get the feeling that people are going to die.
No,
you know, in this one, anybody could get. If they're killing Prime, then they can kill anybody. You know.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah.
And I know that they had the G.I. Joe movie was coming out after this. And they were gonna kill off Duke. I think it was Duke.
Yeah, I think it was.
Duke. But in the movie, when they rejigged it, so it's like, oh, Duke's gone into a coma. Yeah, he'll be fine later.
He'll be all right. Don't worry.
So and it's quite. It did show the company that, oh God, we've got more on our hands than just toys. You know, we've got a slightly more impressive product on our hands. People genuinely love the characters.
Yeah.
You know, so
but an amazing movie. So much fun.
There is one thing that I find that when I was looking into stuff that I heard and thought that can't be real, and it sort of both delighted and horrified me. There's an episode of the cartoon where there is a country called Carbomia.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah. I was like, that can't be real. And it's like, no, it's real. And apparently, I don't know whether this is true or not, but apparently Casey Kasem, who was one of the voices, he left because of the way they were portraying Arabs and
well,
and
I
stuff.
mean, that's pretty fucking bad.
Yeah.
Jesus, I did not remember that.
No, I didn't at all. But yeah, I
My
mean,
God.
Jesus Christ, you want to be? I mean, sure, there was.
I mean, that's
of,
pretty horrifying.
Yeah, there was a lot of anti, Iran and stuff.
Oh,
sentiment
sure, but talk
but
about
back then.
tarring everybody with the same brush. I mean, good
Lord,
lord.
it's like it is horrifying and funny. I'm sorry, but yeah,
It's funny now that they would do something that horrendous.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Anyway, that was Transformers the movie, highly recommended, and of course, especially if you're a fan of the show. But yes, we will be back next week with our usual review fare. Until then, stay safe, take care, and we will catch you next time.